Every single day, cyber defenders block over 100 million of them. They don't break your firewall. They don't crack your password. They simply ask you to hand it over, and it works. This is phishing, the most common way cyber attacks begin, and it targets the one part of any system that can't be patched. But once you know how the trick works, it stops working. So let's take a closer look. The word phishing is a real piece of internet history. Back in the 1990s, criminals targeting the early America Online service borrowed a trick and a spelling from an older group of hackers called phreakers, who manipulated phone systems to make free calls. They were phishing for passwords in a sea of users, so they wrote it with a PH. The idea was simple, and it never changed. Dangle attractive bait and wait for someone to bite. 30 years later, the bait looks far more convincing, but the mechanism is exactly the same. Almost every phishing attack follows 3 steps. First, the bait, a message designed to trigger emotion, urgency, fear, or curiosity. Your account will be suspended. Your package couldn't be delivered. Second, the hook, a link, or an attachment. The link leads to a fake page that looks just like a real login screen. Then comes the catch. You type your username and password, and instead of logging you in, the page quietly sends your credentials straight to the attacker. No malware needed. No alarm goes off. You did all the work for them. Phishing has evolved far beyond email. When it arrives by text message, it's called smishing. When it comes as a phone call, it's phishing, a voice pretending to be your bank's fraud department. And when it hides inside a QR code, it's called quishing. There's also a sharper version. Instead of casting a wide net, the attacker studies one specific person, their name, their job, their boss, and writes a message tailored just for them. That's spear phishing. When it impersonates an executive to trick a company into wiring money, the FBI reports these scams cost businesses around $2.8 billion in a single year. So how do you spot one? Watch for 4 signals. 1. Urgency. Real organizations rarely demand that you act within the hour or your account disappears. 2. The sender's address. Attackers use look-alike domains, swapping a single letter you'd miss at a glance. 3. The link itself. Before clicking, hover to preview where it really goes. The visible text and the true destination are often 2 different things. And 4. Any message asking for a password, a code, or payment details. A legitimate company will never ask you to confirm those by email or text. When in doubt, don't click. Go to the website yourself. Phishing works because it targets people, not machines. But that also means your awareness is the strongest defense there is. Slow down, check the sender, hover before you click, and never share a password because a message told you to. If this helped you see the bait more clearly, subscribe, because here, curiosity meets cybersecurity. Stay curious and stay safe.